Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Greg from Tales of the Pythian. This is one of those videos I've been promising to do for a long time, and I just haven't got around to doing it yet. So we're going to just me and you, and we're going to walk through me prepping my games inside a Foundry virtual tabletop. So a little background: I run 4 separate games currently. I have 2 a week every other week, right? So this week is Shadowdark RPG and Ravenloft, Curse of Strahd, and then 2-week break, and then I'll have Old Gods of Appalachia and the Shattered Obelisk and Below, the new Phandelver adventure. So Shadowdark's what I've got to do. So first thing, I guess, just let me get into my world. The Gloaming, I based this game off of Cursed Scroll 1, and it's pretty cool. I dig it. So I'm just going to get logged in here real quick. And while we're logging in, let's look at our prep list. So I use Legend Keeper to kind of keep track of everything that I need to do. So I'm just going to pull up my session notes, which you'll probably recognize. This is based on Mike Shea's Lazy DM prep, which is fantastic. You should go check him out and check out his books. So down here is the important bit. I love my note here. Everything below here is a to-do list. So I've got quite a bit to do, and I have to do it before Friday. I guess I should probably say, if any of my players have started watching this video, you should probably just go away now to avoid spoilers, and keep it exciting for yourself. All right, so build the Bandit camp, build Marin's hold, build 3 wilderness encounter maps. And then the rest is kind of like more technical stuff. So we're going to start at the top. We're going to build a bandit camp. All right, lot to do before Friday, right? But that's okay because I've got some tricks up my sleeve. So I use Baileywiki content. If you haven't checked Baileywiki out, you should. This map right here is actually from their pack. I'm using this for a little town. But what I'm going to do is go to my compendiums. I'm going to go to scenes, and I'm going to go check out their maps and towns module, and see if there's anything in there I can just pull in from these wilderness samples. And I believe that the campsite, which I think I already pulled in, actually, didn't I? Yeah. So I pulled in the defended encampment and the 34 by 34 campsite already. I don't think I'm super keen on this defended encampment for what I'm looking for. The bandit camp of the story is meant to have 30 or so bandits residing in it, overseen by a pretty bad dude. So this 34 by 34 campsite, however, I think I can modify to accommodate that. So that's where we're going to start. I'm going to delete out this defended encampment just to keep space. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I just want to drop a token on here. I'm going to use one of my players' tokens just to help me kind of get a scale and to make sure that I understand how the map is going to behave. So most of Baileywiki's content is intelligent. And so I need to make sure that I understand what parts of it are intelligent. So my assumption currently is that all the tops of these trees are overhead tiles that are set to disappear when a token moves under it. But what I'm going to do before I check that is I'm just going to turn off the token vision so that every time I select that player token to check behavior of things, I'm not having to worry with the Shadowdark vision kind of coming in on me, right? Where it gets dark, everything's dark. So let's just save that change real quick. Let's grab this token and let's just, yeah, there we go. That's what I expect to happen. Okay, so that's good. That's going to give me a lot of ability to kind of conceal things in plain sight as they kind of move through here, right? So I'm digging that. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of, I'm probably going to do a lot of copying here just to make things simple. But the way that their assets are set up, they use token attacher. It's another module. It's very cool. The short story is it allows you to attach any asset from any layer to a token and then move it as a whole, right? It's like this. So the reason this is turning is because I have the auto rotate on. Let me turn that off, rotate it back, but you can see I can take this tent and I can move it all over the place, and everything associated with that tent goes with it. So I'm going to end up deleting these tokens out so we don't have to see them or worry with ensuring that they might all be hidden. But before I do that, I want to build out the scene so that all of the assets that come with the tent move. Just to give an example of what that might be, if I go to my tile controls, these are probably all those assets on the inside are likely tiles. Let's see, let's grab that token and let's do a quick edit and go to our token layer. And let's just see. I'm not gonna let me get through there. I'd have to use. Yeah, you can see over here as I kind of scroll through these, we'll see it highlight green. But if I kept trying to find them, you're gonna notice that the assets inside, like bedrolls and stuff, are probably gonna light up. And so it's also gonna probably have walls associated to it. It might have lights associated with it, and if I move this entire thing over here while using the token attacher still functioning, all of those walls and lights and other assets will move with it. So it really speeds you up to utilize that functionality. And again, even if you don't have or use the Baileywiki assets, I suggest that you take a look at token attacher. It's pretty easy to use, and it can really speed things up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this tent and I'm just going to copy it, and then I'm just going to start popping them in here, and I can move them around however I want to in just a minute. So we'll say they're 2-man tents, so we'll probably need about 15 tents total. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we'll let them take a minute to let token attacher process all those little bits of information, and that way we don't break anything. Okay, should almost be done. Okay, so let me take this one and move it up here, and we're just going to start placing these guys around inside of this area, and then I'll deal with the overhead tiles, because what I'm pretty sure of with this door, so this top of this tent is going to be an overhead tile. You're going to walk in, and it'll do the overhead tile thing, but that likely means I'm going to have a little tedium work to do to go around to all the treetops to make sure that they are raised up a little bit higher on that same layer, so I get the effect that I'm looking for. Meanwhile, we can just start to put our tents around where we want them to go real quick. Like, gonna set our camp up, and let's see, I put one here. Rotate it out just a smidge. Grab another one, and we'll try to not too close to the tree. We'll try to get these two where they may be facing multiple directions, so we make it not so easy on the players, right? In case they come in here and they try to sneak up. Because little backstory here is again, this is from Cursed Scroll 1 from the Arcane Libraries. Cursed Scrolls. There's a dude named Greaves Redthorn that runs this bandit camp, and that they have a little bit of beef with one or two of the bandits from this camp. They've had already some encounters with them, charmed them, you know, this sort of thing. And when they come here, it's not for making friends, I wouldn't reckon, right? So we just want to make it a little bit, maybe give them some pause. Maybe spread these out a little bit more than what I'm doing. Yeah, that looks good down there. That way. Maybe one over here. And we'll put it right down in there. It'd be cool. And again, we're almost done with this part. Probably don't need to put it there. Let's put it up here. And we'll drop under that tree. Kind of spread out, right? They're going to want some room. We want to be all up on each other. Right. And then I would also assume that there would probably be some more fire than what we're seeing. Also, you can see this is got a control token, so this is another asset. It's super cool, right? Like it's got the light, it's already emitting the light. It's a campfire. This is fantastic. It's all set up. Let's see, we don't have anything like that in our mass edit. Let's see if we can try, not yet. We'll have to wait till we break it up, but I'll explain this. This is a preset tab that really helps speed things up too. So let's see about dropping, let's copy this asset here, and let's just see about maybe dropping a couple of these fires around. You know, I'm sure that they're going to need more than one. Put one right here. There we go. I think that's sufficient. We don't want to make it too crazy, but we would want to make it a little bit realistic, and then we can fine tune their locations. Oops, as we see fit here. I think maybe right in here. And then let's maybe turn this guy around so it makes a little more sense. Put this here like this. There we go. And then we're getting a little bit campy, right? Just a little bit campy. Kind of good enough. All right. So I don't intend to add any more trees or natural fauna. Again, kind of the point of using these assets is to help me speed up my prep time so that I can get things done a little bit quicker. So I could see some more crates maybe being stashed around someplace like so. Let's turn off the rotate and then recopy that bad boy. And you know, they're gonna have supplies here because they've been here for a little bit. And then I do actually need to find one unique tree. And this is only because of what's going on in the story. What's going on in the story. That was crazy. Sorry, the fire alarm went off. The dogs were barking. It was a little cooking incident, but we're all good. Everything's good. So, as I was saying, I do need to find a specific tree because of what's going on in the story. And needs to be kind of a dead looking tree. So I'm going to go back into my assets. I'm going to go into the actors and I'm going to see if we can get a tree. Not in that compendium. Let's cross our fingers. Let's see if there might be one in here. Oh man, that's a bummer. All right, that's okay because we have a backup plan. We can go to look in our, see if we can find one in our Forgotten Adventures assets here. Let's go down to, let's just go through the tile function, shall we? Let's just go here. That's what we're looking for anyway. And go to my shared tiles. Let me double check my Baileywiki. Towns, it's maps. Premium prefabs, not what I'm looking for. It's maps also. Tiles, slums, roof damage, nope. All right, so it's not gonna, definitely not gonna be in the dungeon. So we'll just check out Forgotten Adventures, Wilderness, and let's see if we can catch it from this level. Oh, look at that, perfect. That's exactly kind of what I'm looking for right out of the gate. So we're gonna drag this guy on onto the canvas here. Let's just move it. And this is gonna be our marrow tree. Again, the references to the Arcane Library's Cursed Scroll 1 zine. Have marrow trees and marrow fiends, and that's kind of at play here. The way it goes by the book is there is a marrow fiend inside of this tree that's going to burst out in a matter of time, and this Greaves Redthorn, you know, he's looking for that to happen. So probably change this location. I think I want, let's see, is that too far in the corner? That might work right there. Then we just make it a little bigger. Yeah. And we might change around some stuff, but for now we're gonna leave that one ominous looking tree right there. All right, good deal. So that's that. Crates. What about some type of, about some kind of obstacles maybe that they would have defending the encampment? What do you think? What do you think? Building structures, let's see. Nah, not in there. I don't know. Let's say I'm going to start trying to type barricade. Get barrels. I forget what they're called. It's not going to work. Let me just try walls and see what we get. No. Oh, you know what? I think I actually have them on. I actually have some already in the Shattered Tower. I do. All right, groovy. So we will, on our tile layer, we're going to grab this tile, we'll unlock it, and I'm just going to copy it. Then I can lock this one back, and then we'll go back to where we were, and we're going to just, we'll place a few of these down, and I'll just move those around. All right, good deal. Still locked. That's funny. All right, I'm going to shrink them in size, don't worry. Let's shrink it down a little bit. And we'll just put some defensive positions to kind of break things up and make it a little more tactical. We'll kind of zoom in here. We'll be able to go under trees and whatnot. So we'll put one here. You know, just in case, we'll actually just delete these here. Since this one's already been resized, we'll use it for our copy. And we'll pop a couple down here. And then we'll just place them where we want to. So let's say we put one kind of right here. And we'll put one kind of up here. Right. Not going to stop them from getting in. They can walk under the trees, right? But at least maybe it breaks it up a little bit. It makes it a little more of a challenge. Oops. And then what we'll do is we'll go to our wall layer and we'll use the natural style walls. Sorry, I got to get better at my descriptions of these things, don't I? And we're going to just, the terrain walls is what they're called. And we're going to put those kind of just on these things to prevent them from walking right over the top of them. Right. And we'll also give our tree a little bit of a deal there. Is that all of them? One here. There we go. All right. So that should be good on that. And I think that's really all I want to do for the Bandit camp. So that's it. It's the next thing I have to do is populate the people, which I'll probably end up coming back to do. So now last thing we're going to do is we're going to address these tents. So and the treetops. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to run a macro that is delete all control tokens from, you know, that are sitting out here, all these little white dots. So I'm just going to run that macro real quick, and they're all going to go away. And now I'm dealing with the tiles. So it ran through all of the assets on the map, and it detached anything that token attacher was using to those tokens. So now we go to our overhead tile layer, right? Go to my foreground layer, and I'm going to try to grab all the treetops that are in question here. You hold shift and you can multi-select. Let's see, can I get this one? I might have to dig for that one. Grab this one. I'm going to try to just grab all of them at one time that I need to, and we'll see how it washes. There we go. And I should, bingo. All right, good deal. So that worked out for the most part. So now really I just have to deal with this one guy here. And so I'm gonna grab this tile sort tool. This is fantastic. If you use a lot of tiles, it puts this list on the side. I kind of flipped through it earlier, but I'm basically gonna just run down until I find the right treetop that I'm looking for. That's the one. All right, and I'm just gonna take it, and I'm gonna take it all the way and make sure that it's just above the tents. Now this is another way to do it. I could come in here and I could grab the treetops, right? I could grab all of these and I could just pull them right up, all the way up here, so that they're above, right? I don't know why it's not letting me multi-select these, but you get the idea, right? If I pull them all up, I don't have to go through and worry about the you know, right clicking on it and bringing it to the foreground. It just happens. It just is, right? So they're all there. So my curiosity now is what is that behavior going to look like when the token moves through it? So let's just do that real quick. So as expected, right? So he's going to walk up here. He's going to go under the tree. It's going to disappear, and then he's going to go into the tent, and look at that. Boom. Isn't that beautiful? So the tree disappears, the top of the tent disappears. We're inside. Our walls are all intact. Our lights are all intact. And now that our lights are separated, I'm going to pop open this presets. This comes with mass edit, and I'm just going to take this fire pit that's already set up, and I'm going to drag it over and drop it in here, and I'm just going to call it fire pit. And so now anytime that I need this kind of a setup with a light, all I do is I just drag it and drop it in, and it's going to have all of the same settings that light had, and I don't have to worry about going inside the light and configuring any of this information. It's just done, one and done, right? And we're all about speeding ourselves up. All right, so that's the camp. That's it. It's done. I have to do the bandits and the bandit camp leader, but that's just drag and drop. So there's nothing really to see there. I might end up doing some monk's active tile work in here, but if I do, we'll talk about that separate. But that's the bandit camp. It's quick and dirty. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that I used. I will do a separate video for Marin's Hold. I'm still kind of up in the air how I'm going to do it. But yeah, that was it. And y'all stay easy, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Sorry, I completely forgot to mention a post video edit. Completely forgot to mention. I'll put the link down below for Baileywiki, for token attacher, for mass edit, any forgotten adventures. I'll post the links for all those guys down below. Some of them are Patreon, some of them are not. I know Token Attacher, I think it's got a Patreon version and a free version, but anyway, that's all irrelevant. I'll put the links for those down below. Y'all have a great night, and we'll talk to you later on. Peace.